Good evening, SFL Nation. Welcome to the nation's capital here in Washington, D.C. for tonight's game, as this is Chad Rowland, your play-by-play commentator. And with me tonight in the booth is none other than Anthony Ellison. Anthony, good evening. How are you doing, my man?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful, Chad. Thank you for here. I'm really excited for a good game of football, hopefully on our hands. Two good teams looking to continue on with their good streaks heading towards the playoffs.
Now, Motor City coming in here with just 2 wins this season. What do you think they have to do tonight to be able to overtake DC in this game?
So I'm really looking at offensive coordinator Andrew O'Reilly here. I'm trying to see if to establish a running game, because you don't want to become one-dimensional, and DC with the second in the league with yards allowed right there will feast on that. So hopefully you can start the running game early and often for Motor City and give yourself a balanced offense.
All right, we'll be getting set here moments away. We are in the dungeon of Dracarius Coliseum for tonight's game, as DC will be receiving the kick. And Anthony, I got to tell you, I'm really excited about this game tonight. I totally agree with you. I think Motor City, if they could just keep it clean, I think they have a really good shot in this ball game. So everybody in the crowd is set tonight as we are underway here in DC, as that will be taken just inside the end zone. And as we cross to the 20, cross the 25, and marked at the 27. And that is going to bring out this DC offense led by the 9-season veteran and offensive rookie of the year in season 8, Shabazz Synergy.
Yeah, and this offense is based around Synergy right here. You know, they have a really good running game with Kevin Say, Sam Harrison, and Chuck Steller. They love to run those fullback dives right here. So let's see how they start off.
Yep, and we're going to see 1st and 10 here. Single back set, 3 wide. As the aforementioned Kevin Say is in the backfield. As they are going to go to him first. He is going to be able to break that first tackle, get to the outside, gets a first down and more up to the 40-yard line. And let's go through this offense, as Shabazz Synergy is the quarterback. Kevin Say, as we mentioned, the running back along with Sam Harrison. Chuck Steller is the fullback. Nick Twice, Lyric Da Vinci, Mason Kirby, and Josh Gill are your wide receivers. Lauren Percoco, just coming off of an SFL record game last week, and a tight end along with James Walters. Ezekiel Rubia, James Judah, Quinn Zook, Joseph Ephraim, and Michael Percoco round out the offensive line. Offset eyes, that's going to be a handoff to the fullback, and he's able to plow through somebody right there and get a gain of 8 on the play.
And what you're seeing this season is a lot more of the fullback play, the fullback dive, and the reason why it's a very difficult offense to guard against, is because it's a quick hit up the middle. It's before any reaction from your defensive line, and they do a fantastic job, DC, of doing those fullback dives.
That was a 240-pound man there, Anthony, just plowed right through, as sets up 2nd and 2 here from the 48-yard line. They are going to pitch it to outside. It is going to be Kevin Say. He's going to get the first down and more. A spin move, and almost breaks that tackle up to the 42-yard line. First down, DC.
And this is just a balanced running game. It's not just your offensive line that's blocking well. If you can get your tight end and your receiver to block on the edge, Say did not get touched until 7 yards up the field, and he was already past the first down marker. So we saw 3 straight plays of running on the outside and inside for DC.
Yep, and looking like a heavy look here on first down. Split back set. 2 wide receivers at the top of the screens. They're going to send a man in motion. That's actually Mason Kirby that was in the backfield, as that's going to be a handle to the fullback Chuck Steller, and Motor City able to wrap him up for a gain of 2.
And for Motor City, you know they're going to run the ball. You need to start sending blitzes up those gaps right there to stop the runner in the path. But the most important thing, if you send more blitzers, you got to make the tackles. Very important.
Heavy offset eye here, 2nd and 8. There's going to be a handoff to Kevin Say. He's able to hurdle over one man and gets a nice chunk of yards there. Gain of 5. It's going to set up 3rd and short.
And you're running behind Ray Brown, Brad Benn to the center right there. Just a nice little ISO play up the middle, setting up a manageable and a really good 3rd down right here.
3rd and short Here from the 34-yard line, that's going to be a handoff. It is to Harrison this time, and he's able to break one tackle, but not enough as Motor City. Dakota Butts right there to make the stop.
And I love the play call right there. You sent pressure up the middle. So what happened was the running back had to bounce it to the outside when it was already contained. And good job by Motor City to stop him on third down to get the ball.
Interesting decision here to punt, as that is going to be received at about the 11-yard line and taken out. Nice little return there up to the 18, as that is going to bring out this Motor City offense and the 9th overall pick in this past draft. Anthony King Jackson coming in.
And I love it. They're letting King throw the football right there. Big fan of that. Just got to make sure, start with high percentage passes on these first and second down to get a good rhythm going.
Offset I, 3-wide set here. First play of the drive here from Motor City. They are going to run the football. That is something that we talked about before the game, Anthony, wanting to see more of.
Yeah, and, not everyone is going to be, what you want. But right there, good job by the defensive tackle, Fortson right there. Wasn't able to make the tackle, was able to push the guard back into the line of scrimmage. The running back had to make some changes.
Punch set here from Motor City. DC with a 3-man front as they're going to try to hand that off again, and they are stopped right there. Declan O'Rourke with the tackle.
Yeah, and the leading tackler for the team, O'Rourke right there. I love it. Just looking for the gap where the running back is. Hit the hole right there and made a nice, clean tackle.
Early test here for the Motor City offense. 3rd and 8. 3 wide at the top. You got a single man down at the bottom. Jackson drops back on the first pass, throwing it, and that is going to be overthrown, incomplete. And that's going to be a 3-and-out here for Motor City.
And we saw both teams 3-and-out right here. The punting game is so important because if you can pin a team back inside the 20, it's just going to be field position, and you're just going to wait your time until you can open up right here. But good job by both defenses starting out with 3-and-outs to start the game.
Yep, as that is going to be punted away here. As it's going to be received at about the 43-yard line, but Kirby does not get very far, maybe a yard. They're going to give him credit for 1 yard, as DC will take over.
So now DC's coming back out. You were successful on the first few plays running the ball. You don't need to go away from it, running it to the outside and then mixing in with the fullback dive right there. Got you a lot of success early. You just had a hiccup in the beginning.
Yep, only 1 pass thrown so far in this game, and that was just the last play by King Jackson. Maybe an opportunity here for DC to throw their first one from the gun. 4-wide set as Say to his left. Synergy drops back for his first pass, and that is going to be a throw. Nice catch there. Tight window by Lyric Da Vinci.
Extremely tight window, but good job by the offensive line giving it a little bit of time right there just because you had to let that play develop. You had to get past the jamming cornerback right there and just throw it right behind him. The linebacker was just a little bit late to get back there in coverage, and that's a good throw and a good first down by DC.
Yeah, and major props there to Shabazz Synergy as well, Anthony. Having the pocket presence to move over a little bit to the right to give himself enough time to make that throw. 1st and 10, I formation set, as that is going to be a handoff to Say. He's able to break that first tackle. He's able to, wait a minute, break a second. Man, he was breaking tackles everywhere. King Rashid, the 4th guy, finally brings him down.
You cannot arm tackle this guy right here. You got to wrap up, and you got to hold on for dear life so when the rest of your teammates can come to finish it up right here. You had him in the backfield, but he still had positive yardage on that run.
A set here for DC. They are going to send Da Vinci in motion. I see some pressure coming here from the Motor City defense. As that is going to be a handoff to Harrison. He's got an open lane, and he's able to get a few yards on it and make it 3rd and 1.
And a good job running right there. Just ran behind that left tackle and the left guard right here. It's just a simple power run. So what it is just helmet to helmet. Whoever's in front of you, you're going to block, and you're going to get them out of the way. I love those power runs right there. Setting up a 3rd and 1.
DC coming into this ball game 7th in the SFL in rushing, and they are showing it tonight as Say is able to break. Look at this, Kevin Say. I mean, that was the hardest fought half of yard I've ever seen there, Anthony.
One of the most spectacular like runs for a half an inch right there, and that's a good job by the defense. We're going to see what the spot of the ball is very important. So what we're looking at here is seeing where the point of the football, where did it cross, where was the knee down before.
And this is going to be the first challenge of the game, so let's take a retroactive look at the play presented by Retroid. Get your SFL console at GoRetroid.com. Question is, does Say get across the line? And I mean, just judging off of that angle, Anthony, I think he might have got it. Look at this.
Yeah, I think he made it. Like I said, it's about the point of the football. If it crossed any bit of it, that's a first down.
Let's get the call from the ref here. And the call stands, so DC will be charged a timeout. You know, we have to remind people at home, too, that the yellow line is always an unofficial line. But still, I mean, it's normally pretty close.
And you have to challenge that right there, because that's going to, like, dictate if you got the first down or if this fourth down situation right here.
Here we go. I mean, this is a good play call. I like the aggressiveness here by head coach Steve Mullinex. 4th and inches, going for it. They are going to toss it. It's to the fullback. But look at Motor City with the stop. King Rashid, the corner, coming in and making a stop. What a play.
When you can have a cornerback not only play coverage, but also can play the run like he did, and I love it. Waiting to see where the play was, didn't let the blockers get to him, and made an absolute boom on the tackle to stop him on 4th down. And now Motor City has good field position to start this drive.
Motor City starting from the 34-yard line here, 1st and 10. That was just an awesome play call there by both teams. There's a delayed handoff up the middle, and that was Christopher Dean on the run, a gain of a couple.
So Motor City right here has to take advantage of a great defensive stop right here. But, you know, just little plays right here. You don't have to try to go for a big play. Here, get a couple yardage, get the ball moving.
And that is going to be over the middle. What a catch there. That is Guy Clausen with the catch. Last week, Clausen was injured, and it really affected that ball game. This time he stays in there, and what a catch.
And I love the confidence. Injured last game, but still want to say, hey, you're part of our game plan going forward right here. Just a nice little slant over the middle, and great job holding onto the ball, knowing that he was going to take a contact.
And that is my mistake. That was Shane Kaufman was the receiver on that pass. So it's going to be 1st and 10. As they are going to send Mihata in motion. And Dean up the middle, nowhere to go. That's just going to be a gain of maybe a yard.
So we're already seeing the tempo of this game right here. It's smash mouth football. The defense is doing a great job shedding the blockers and making great tackles here. It's all going to be about who's going to get that first turnover that's going to change the tempo of the game.
And there is another handoff right there. And Motor City is really trying to get this run game going tonight here. I like what it's doing.
And yeah, we talked about it. You know, you want to establish a run. It's not going to always be pretty. It's not going to look good on TV at times. But what you're doing, you're tiring out that defense. When you're going to block and you're committing to it, it's going to work out for you.
3rd and 5, bunch set as Jackson drops back. He's going to drop back a little bit more. Throws over the middle. That is caught. That's Kaufman again. Down 2. What a play there by Shane Kaufman. 1st down, Motor City.
And to have the nerves as a rookie to sit in the pocket and then move a little bit because the pocket was collapsing to deliver a strike over the middle. Thank you, offensive lineman, because that gave him enough time. But I do appreciate Jackson moving the feet in the pocket, not panicking, keeping the eyes down the field to deliver a strike.
And Motor City striking on this drive here down to the 25-yard line, almost into the SFL red zone for the first time tonight. As that is going to be a handoff to Dean, and he's going to try to get around the outside, but does not make it, gain of a yard.
So now, DC, you're trying to get a stop in the backfield. You know that their kicker, highly accurate right here, perfect for the field, 18 from 20 for the field this year. So you want to push them out of field goal range if you can.
2nd and 9, 3 wide set. There's going to be another handoff. This time it's Terriano Rivera as he's able to get a few yards on that to get it to 3rd and 5.
So we saw the last time, is giving the ball to Kaufman over in the middle right here. The line is doing a great job protecting it. And this is a solid drive. This is a drive that you wanted if you're Motor City.
High spread formation here for the V8s. Jackson drops back. He's going to move to its right. Looking over the middle. That is caught. That is Phil Koss, and that's a touchdown. Motor City strikes first.
Let's talk about what the definition of a dot is. Is this right here? First of all, for this play to happen, it's blocking. I love it. I appreciate it. But I also love good footwork in the pocket. When you shift a little bit over, you give yourself some more time to deliver an absolute dime. Unfortunate. The safety could have picked it off, but you know what? The ball came in way too fast, and great job catching it, and we're on the board early.
On the board early here, Motor City, and you called it. I mean, they had that stop on 4th down, giving them that momentum. Here's the results of it. You get 7 points on the board.
And it doesn't matter how the season goes. It's any given Sunday here. And right now, Motor City came out with a game plan to run the football, play some good defense, and that's what they're doing. DC, you might have taken them lightly, but you can. You're one of the top teams in the league. You can bounce back. So let's see what you can do.
If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. And get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at Simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button to begin your career, or just meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. As DC, they had that great drive. They've been running the ball really well, Anthony. They got stopped on that 4th down. They got to be coming out here with a little bit of vengeance.
Oh, yeah. I won't be surprised if they come out passing the ball right here. They know they can push the ball down the field with synergy. But, Say already got 31 yards off of 6 carries, so you can't forget about that because he's breaking every tackle. I think he has 9 broken tackles already, and it's not even in the first quarter.
Offset eye here, 2 wide receivers, and they are going to send the fullback to the other side. As maybe they're going to see some pressure coming there. We'll see how that goes. As that's going to be a handoff to Kevin Say. He's going to be able to get up the middle and get a gain of 5 on the run.
Yeah, and that's more broken tackles right there. And when you can get 4 to 5 yards a pop on a run, that makes your life so much easier. You get more first downs, and you set yourself up for more manageable 3rd down calls. But the offensive line is just pushing Motor City back.
Heavy offset eye. It's going to be another run to Harrison. He's able to juke and get past the first down marker down to the 40. And good run there by Sam Harrison.
Sam Harrison comes in after seeing Say breaking all the tackles and just have patience. I love it. You don't have to always just go in the whole full speed. You wait to see what the blocker is going to do and then shot to the gap when he can. Great job being patient. Another first down for DC.
And you notice where they're going, and I'll repeat this here in a minute after this play. As Jenner drops back, pressure getting to him. He's able to sling it to the outside to Kevin Say. What a find there as he jukes and breaks the tackle, gets out of bounds. And, there's a couple things we could break down here, Anthony. what a throw by Shabazz Synergy.
And that is because when you run the ball so effectively, you're going to have more eyes watching in the backfield right here. And nobody had an assignment for Say in the backfield. He can catch the ball as well. He has quite a few receiving yards right there, but I love the balance. Once you realize you've been running the ball so effectively, let's start throwing the ball. Let's try to catch them off guard. This is a really good drive. They're moving in chunks.
One of the things I've noticed, too, is they're running up the gut, which is going to their veteran offensive lineman, Michael Prococo. So using the anchor of your line as your lead blocker is a huge thing, as you're going to see Harrison hand off, but Motor City's defensive line able to break that up, no gain on the play.
And we said running. So what Motor City did, they didn't run big yardage, but they kept running the ball, getting yardage after yardage here. DC's doing the same thing. It tires the defensive line. This is just a good job by the offensive line.
2nd and 10, offset eye. As you're going to see Synergy drop back. The offensive line holding well, throws it, and that's going to be caught. Josh Gill, there's a flag on the play.
Let's see.
Looks like it's going to be face mask. So that's going to give them even more yardage, Anthony, up to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, and you got to be careful going high on the tackles right there because it looked like it was grabbing the face mask. Didn't look like it was done on purpose, but just got to be careful.
And that is going to do it here for the end of the first quarter. Motor City up 7-0, but DC looking to strike as we are back on the field. Dwayne Schindler, Rochelle Colson in the stats truck. Thank you once again. Anthony Ellison and I in the booth tonight. Cameron Irvine producing everything on the back end for us. Thank you, Cam, as usual. High formation set. Synergy looking. He looks for the fullback. Finds it. Gets it down to about the 2-yard line. It's going to set up 2nd and goal.
I'm a big fan of that route right there because you can't. It's hard to guard it because you don't know out of the backfield if they're going to go out to the flats or do what they did right there, which cut back in on the square route to make a catch right there. That's just, I like that little wrinkle in the playbook right there.
Offset eye here as they're going to try to run this in. It's going to be to say he's able to get hit, but he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Good play by Motor City's defense.
And hey, when you get to the red zone, it gets tougher, obviously, because there's less yardage to go. So the defense has more room to wiggle right here. This is going to be a key 3rd down. I think they're going to stick with their guns and they're going to run the football because the offensive line is doing an incredible job.
And there's the handoff to Say again. Is he able to get to the outside? No! Motor City's defense shuts it down, and that's going to maybe hold them to 3.
And you know what? I love that. That is just power per power right there. Great job by the defensive line, holding their own and shedding the blockers to prevent that touchdown right there. Now they're going to settle for a field goal.
That is going to bring out Pawty as that's going to be kick is up and good. So DC, 9 plays, 72-yard drive, and only came away with 3 points. So DC striking there as you were hoping they would be able to punch it in, but Motor City's front 7 doing a good job, Anthony.
And yeah, it's unfortunate you didn't get the touchdown, but you did get some points. You do want to celebrate that. You don't want to look like, oh, we didn't get the touchdown. You did. You worked hard to move down the field. Now let's see what your defense can do.
And that is going to be taken up to the 28-yard line as we get a beautiful shot here of Washington, D.C. by Dags Droneworks. And aerial coverage of today's game is brought to you by Dags Droneworks. Aerial photography, videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. Learn more at dagsdroneworks.com. A nice little shot of 1600 Pennsylvania Street. Pennsylvania Avenue, actually. As we're going to get a good look here at Jackson's return. So Motor City here with an opportunity, able to put a drive together here in the second quarter, Anthony. Might be able to get some more points on the board.
Yeah, you saw what the identity was. They want to run the football. They did a great job. And then great passes by Jackson over the middle.
3 wide set here. As they are going to hand it off, it is to Dean, as Dean able to get up the middle for a gain of 6.
And this has just been nicely done by the offensive coordinator for Motor City right here. Running the ball, that's a good run to start here. So now on 2nd and 4, you don't have to run the ball again. You can pass the ball. If you get the incompletion, you still have a manageable 3rd down.
High Joker set here on 2nd and 4. As that is going to be another run, and it is going to be to Rivera as he's going to get a couple yards on it. Actually, BB Blitz is the runner, and it's going to be set up for 3rd and short.
And so now if you're DC, you want to get them to stop here because if they punt the ball, you're going to have good field position already because they're deep in their territory right here. If I'm Motor City, you just keep on going, believing in your offensive line here.
3rd and 2, handing it off to the fullback. That is Dean. He's going to get the 1st down.
And there's that fullback dive that we talk about. It's so hard to defend because you have just 240 plus pound coming full speed, and you're not ready to react right there. Great call on third down. Keep the ball moving.
1st and 10 here for Motor City. Empty set, as they're going to get all their wide receivers out on the field. As Jackson drops back, pressure coming on the backside, and was taken down. That is a sack right there by Nick Fargo, the former Sioux Falls Sparrow.
And that could have been really dangerous here. They caught him with a nice little okey-doke stunt route. The line didn't pick it up, and that could have been a fumble right there. You got to be careful protecting your quarterback's blind side right there, because that could have went the other way.
Yeah, props to King Jackson for holding onto the ball. Did not see Fargo coming. As back splits coming again and able to get it out, but incomplete. Looked like it was knocked away by the defender.
And great job, back-to-back plays, calling up a little pressure right there. Where the first play was a stunt. That one was a blitz right there. Didn't have time to set the feet. Jackson was, and now you're in a 3rd and long.
Yeah, 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. As you see on the bottom there, Nick Fargo, his first sack of the season. As we'll see what they do here. They're going to run the football, as that was a gain of 2 yards, Anthony. I'm not sure about that play call there.
The mindset I'm thinking is, if you don't want to force a fumble, if you don't want to force an interception here, you got 15 for the season, just play it safe. Your defense has been doing well, only giving up 3 points right here. So they're just going to say, hey, let the defense do it.
And they are going to kick this ball away, as it is going to be received at about the 22-yard line, as looks like Kirby was able to get it out to the 27. And so that is going to bring out DC's offense, and Mason Kirby is down and he's hurt.
You never want to see that. Hopefully everything is okay to get back into the game.
I mean, Mason Kirby, legendary Mason Kirby. Everybody in SFL land knows who he is. 18 catches this season for 330 yards and 2 TDs. That will hurt the passing offense. Hopefully he'll be able to come back. So DC coming out here, 1st and 10 from the 27. As you are going to see, single back set, 3 wide. Motor City may try to bring the pressure up the middle. They are indeed. Quick throw, and that's going to be the tight end, Lauren Percoco. And she's going to get the first down.
And I was just about to bring it up right here. You got Lauren Percoco with now 38 catches for the season right there. Just been an amazing target for Synergy right there. You want to get her going, because that's going to loosen up the defense so you can run the ball again. That's how you got into this 5-2 record. But don't forget, pass it to the tight end.
A hashtag pass to the tight end. High formation set, looking for the fullback. They find him, Chuck Steller, and that's going to be a gain of 7 on the pass.
Second time we saw that time looks more like a delay screen. But I love it because it's keeping the defense honest. That linebacker needs to cover that swing route out of the backfield, because you're going to get yardage like that.
Heavy eye set here. They are going to run the football. It is going to be a handoff to Say, and gets nowhere on the run, and that's going to now be 3rd and 3.
So I would, if I'm DC, I'm looking to go back probably to my tight end here, pass the ball. They're looking for the run, so I am going to mix it up and throw a little pass here.
And they're going to come out in the gun set here. As 4 wide, Synergy drops back, got time, looking over and trying to hit it to Da Vinci, and that is going to be intercepted. King Rashid, who has been just making plays all night long, he made that 4th down stop. Now he's getting an interception here, Anthony.
We talked about it. If you can have a corner that can do both tackling and interception and play good coverage right there, just a little tip drill, focus on the ball, was able to bring it down. We're singing plays. The defense for Motor City is making plays right here. That's got to make your offense feel great going back out on the field. Let's see if they can turn those into points.
King Rashid playing like he was in season 20 when he was nominated as an All-Star. Season 18, he was a Defensive Rookie of the Year. As that is going to be offset eye. They're going to hand it off to the fullback. That's Christopher Dean. He's going to get up the middle for a gain of 3.
So Motor City right here, you have the lead, you have the ball, the clock is on your side, you have all your timeouts, and you get the ball back at half. You definitely want to dial up enough to get you some points leading into, then you get the ball back in the third quarter.
Heavy eye set here, Rivera in the backfield. As it is going to be 2nd and 7. As that is going to be a handoff that is to Rivera as he's able to get the first down, plowing through everybody, trying to get down into the end zone, but does not work. They're able to make the stop on the last guy.
And there it is. There's nothing special about that. That is a power O run, and then you have a freight train coming after you, and you just got smacked. But it just all started just running right behind that guard and tackle combination. Good power run.
Somebody needs to check on Daryl Bullock, make sure he's okay. That hurt. As you are going to see the wide receiver in motion here for Motor City. That's Hernan and Queen Jackson. As King Jackson is trying to flush away from the pocket and throws it on the run, but it's incomplete. As Sutherland was the intended receiver.
That was a good job calling in the blitz right there. Almost a completion, but wasn't able to set the feet, so the target with the pass was a little bit off target. Maybe go back to that running game right there, but good job calling a blitz on that.
2nd and 10 here. As it looks like Sutherland is going to be the man in motion. As Jackson drops back, they're going to look for Dean in the backfield. They're able to get him on a swing route. And, man, what footwork there by the fullback to get a good gain on that to set up 3rd and short.
And I love the read here. The progression wasn't to pass it to the fullback first, but they realized that DC had everybody in coverage, and nobody was covering the swing pass out there. So great job going through your reads and passing it to the open person.
3rd and 1. As they're going to hand that off to Dean, and look at the defense of DC. They make a stop of their own.
Great adjustment. Knowing the fullback dive was coming, was right there in that hole waiting for that tackle. Big play right there for DC, because right now Motor City has all the momentum.
Saeed Gore there with the tackle for loss, as that is going to bring out the kicker here. Motor City, it is up and it is good. So 6-play drive. Only took a minute 50 off the clock, but able to get 3 points off it after the Richards field goal. And if you're liking this game so far, everybody, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action, and help the channel grow through your community. So if you haven't smashed that like button, just push down on your screen. If you're watching on your phone, give it a smash. Not gonna hurt you, right, Anthony?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
Why not? Do it twice. Why not?
Just do what you gotta do. And Sam Harrison, the backup running back, takes that out to the 24. As DC will come back out on offense here once again. This is an interesting opportunity here because DC, as you mentioned, not getting the ball back in the second half to start off with. Only 3:14 left in this half, could try to get a good momentum drive here.
You want to get some type of points out of this.
Split twin set here for the Dragons. As there's going to be a handoff to the fullback. That's Chuck Steller up the middle for a gain of 3.
So, you know, DC got 2 timeouts. You also have that 2-minute warning. So you don't want to freak out and have to pass the ball and whatnot. Just continue with your offense, but you definitely want to get points out of here.
So 2nd and 7. Here, heavy I formation set. They're going to hand it off to Say. He's able to get to the outside. No, he's not. That's going to be a good tackle there by DC. As that was Nicholas Warner, the strong safety, coming up, making the hit.
So after the first 2 drives where Say was like breaking every tackle in the world, Motor City has clamped down, has been doing better with the tackling, wrapping up, you know, shooting the hips through to get good tackles, and you haven't seen a lot of big runs by Say and the DC Dragons.
So 3rd and 4. Coming out here in a split twin set. They are going to send Da Vinci to the other side of the field. It looks like Motor City's going to be playing man defense here. They're going to hand this off. It's going to be to the fullback Stellar, but look at Motor City's defense once again making another stop.
And once again, that's just good tackling where they made adjustments after the first 2 drives that we're going to make the tackle. We're going to make sure there's no more broken tackles. We're going to shut them down. This is not what people probably expected coming in the first half, but I love it. Great game plan by Motor City.
And we're going to hit the 2-minute warning here. Motor City up 10-3. We'll be right back here on SFL and YouTube. And we are back here in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Chad Rowland, Anthony Ellison in the booth. Rochelle Colston and Dwayne Schindler in Stats Truck, and Cameron Irvine pushing all the buttons and doing everything else he does behind the scenes as Motor City's going to take that out to the 27. So, Anthony, you're up 7. You got a minute 54. Are you going to be aggressive on this drive?
Absolutely. You got them like teetering right now. You want to keep on throwing those haymakers, getting as much as you can, and then come out at halftime and do the same thing over again. Put the pressure on DC. You know they can score points, so you need to put up as much points as possible.
Much said here, they're going to hand it off to Rivera. It gets a 3-yard gain up to the 30-yard line.
But what has made this such a successful half for Motor City is the lack of turnovers here. And we talked about it. The first turnover was probably going to change things, but good job by controlling the game by not turning the ball over.
Yeah, we discussed before. King Jackson 7 touchdowns, 15 interceptions coming into the game, trying to play a cleaner game tonight, and maybe that's why they're running the ball so much, handing it off here as that is going to be stopped there by DC's defense. That's Rourke again, and that's going to set up 3rd and 6.
And I promise you that the game plan for Motor City was to have a clean game, because that's going to keep yourself in there. If you don't give yourself turnovers, you have a shot to always win the game, and that's what they're doing right now.
Punch set, Jackson drops back, pressure gets on the backside, and incomplete. That is knocked away. It might have been actually in the hands of Hernandez Queen Jackson, but it's knocked away by Pinase.
But, you know, Motor City also has to know that DC, there's a reason why DC has top 3 in a lot of the defensive categories, is because they play defense really well. They can get the sacks, they can get the interceptions, but Motor City is just preventing the turnover, and they're doing a great job.
So Motor City's going to punt this one away. And as we received at the 30-yard line, that is Josh Gill taking it up to the 33. So we have not seen Mason Kirby come back yet after that injury. We'll probably get a checkup on that later on. As DC here with an opportunity, they have it on their own 33-yard line. Well, do you see them try to get aggressive on this? I mean, Motor City didn't. You think DC just run this into halftime, Anthony?
I think you should. You already have one turnover here, but we're going to tell by this play. If it's a completion, they're going to keep going. If it's not, they're probably going to just run the ball out.
And there's going to be a bunch set. They are going to run the ball. It is to Kevin Say. I mean, he's just breaking tackles. Oh, my gosh. He almost broke that last one, Anthony.
If he didn't break those tackles, they're probably just going to concede and go into halftime. But just the fact that he almost broke that for a touchdown, oh, yeah, that's exactly what they need. They want something they can, like, cheer about going into the half. Great run.
This is like, in my mind, season 19 Kevin Say, as I'm seeing tonight here, as he was an all-star in that last appearance as well. Shabazz Synergy over the middle. That is caught. That's Lauren Percoco. And it is going to be past midfield, and DC using their final timeout.
In 2 plays, we went from being on their 37 to now getting on almost on the 37 on the other side by a good run and then a good pass. So right now, let's see what DC can do.
Lauren Percoco may start to get hot here on this drive, setting an SFL record by tight ends last week, 247 yards, and there's Lauren Percoco again as she crosses the first down marker to the 32, and they're going to go no huddle.
Yeah, same play, back-to-back plays right there for Lauren over the middle.
And Synergy's going to spike it as that's going to be with 29 seconds left here on this drive.
So you know you have a good kicker here. His long for Pow right there for it's 49 yards. So you're getting close into that comfort range. But you know what? If I'm DC, I'm looking to score here. But you do have a good kicker right behind you.
I mean, if they don't get any yardage, I mean, they punted from this kind of yardage earlier in the ball game. Let's see if maybe they can get past the 30 and get a little bit more comfortable for Potty. As it's going to be 2nd and 10. Synergy drops back, pressure getting to him. He fires quickly, and that's going to be incomplete. And that was intended for Nick Twice, the rookie.
And that was almost 6 the other way. You got to be careful on those underneath zone routes right there when they disguise it, because it looks like they're playing cover 3, but then he stops and he undercuts it. That could have been a problem. That was close.
3rd and 10 here for DC. Quad set. As Synergy's going to drop back. He's going to fire quickly. It's going to be caught. That's the tight end, Lauren Prococo, and they got to hurry up.
Hurry up and spike that ball right there. Good job with the pass.
Let's see if they spike the ball, and they will. 13 seconds left. So the question is, Anthony, I mean, does DC try to go for the end zone, or do they just go ahead and bring out Potty? You
can make one shot in the end zone. You cannot have anything inside of it, because the clock will run out. But looks like they're just playing it safe. Yeah, I love it. Play it safe. You get yourself some points. Close the gap going into the half.
And Potty, the kick is up and it is good. So DC getting another field goal here, as that's going to be 10-6. As I mean, I like the idea what they were trying to do, trying to get Lauren Prococo more involved on that drive. Up until then, I believe she only had 1 catch. But you're able to at least get some points. You can go into halftime with a little bit of confidence, right, Anthony?
Yeah, absolutely. Any points like that, it helps a lot right there. And what you saw is how dangerous DC can be. They literally scored and they got into field goal range in about 3 plays. 2 good passes from Lauren Prococo, and then a run by Kevin Say right there. And it just tells you, if you're Motor City, you got to make sure you have every play count, because DC can score at will.
Absolutely right, as I can see probably just running this out, but they might try to throw. King Jackson's going to change the play at the line. Sees the blitz coming from DC. And now they are going to send Phil Costa in motion. Play clock winding down here. As the delayed handoff, and there's a fumble, and look at this, DC, Declan O'Rourke with the recovery, and look at this, he's going to be able to take it back. That's going to be 6 points. Oh my gosh, Anthony.
That hurts. That hurts so much. Like, all you wanted to do was just run the ball, maybe get some stats going on, and what did you do? You fumbled the ball. You didn't protect the football. That's the most important thing. You got a team that's just hungry. They just scored right there. And what did they do? They came back and punched the ball out and then returned it to the house. That is literally the last thing you wanted to see if you're Motor City, was something like that to happen. And that's just that hurts going into the half.
The guy that made the play was none other than Nick Fargo, the 14-season veteran here in his first season in DC. Getting the hit on Christopher Dean, getting the fumble. Declan O'Rourke picks that up and takes it to the house. I mean, yes, absolutely. Motor City had all the momentum. Even after the field goal, still had the momentum. And that one right there, Anthony, hurts.
And that's why you'll see teams just take a knee and go into the halftime, because that can happen. And that's very dangerous. And that's something that can cost you a game right there. When you know you're not going to score, you had 9 seconds left, I would have just took a knee and went into the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, you think that you're just going to run the clock out. That's really, not a big deal. But you got to hold on to the football, because you never know what's going to happen. As we hit halftime, folks, here in D.C., the Dragons, after looking a little bit bleak there in the first half, get a big-time turnover right there at the end for 6 points and are up 13-10. Anthony, give us your thoughts on the first half.
Back and forth is definitely an understatement. I felt like Motor City had control of the first half right there, running the ball with great balance, and then also with Jackson making good throws. But if you saw at the end with DC, they can score quickly. They have Kevin Say that's breaking so many tackles so far. They gotten Lauren Percoco involved later in the half, but then the defense came up with a nice timely fumble to get you the lead, and that just shows you how quickly DC can score. So in this second half, Motor City, don't freak out. You get the ball, keep slow pace, run the football, and just protect the football too. The turnovers will hurt you.
Indeed, what an exciting first half. Both these teams, as you mentioned, going back and forth, trying to keep the time of possession. They're trying to win the time of possession game, especially on Motor City side, trying to keep King Jackson away from making mistakes. And King Jackson hasn't made any mistakes in that first half. And now we're going to see if they're able to carry that over into this half, as Motor City will get the ball first. Sutherland able to get to the outside, but able to get brought down at the 30-yard line. So King Jackson in that offense coming back out. You got to shake off what just happened on that last play.
Absolutely. You have to have a short-term memory when it comes to what happened. You fumbled the ball. That happens in life. It happens in the game of football. But you're going to come back out here. You're going to do the same exact game plan you did in the first half that got you the lead before this happened.
Bunch set here, 1st and 10. As Jackson drops back, pressure coming on the backside, and that is going to be probably a pass interference. I think the defender was a little early there.
Yeah, it looks like the defender got there before the ball. You can't do that. They're going to call that every single time.
And let's take a look here. That was, I believe, that was Tyler Highfield, the 16th overall selection in this past draft, the rookie free safety, with the penalty. So that gives Motor City a free first down as they are up to about the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Bunch set here for the V8s. DC bringing a 3-man front. Jackson looking over the middle. That is going to be caught. That's Johan Sutherland past midfield. First down, Motor City.
I love that nice little quick seam route from the slot position right there, and just get the ball out of the hands really quickly. Got right past that cornerback, right in a nice little pocket right there. That's a good pass that you want to see from Motor City.
Indeed, you want to see those quick strike kind of plays there. King Jackson can throw those very well with the best of them. Empty set formation here for the V8s, as Phil Costa is going to be the man in motion. Jackson, short drop, he's got time. Looking, hits as he thrown. That time came up pretty quickly, as that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense got there and just like disrupted anything that was going to happen, and that could have been a fumble right there. Luckily, he got his hands forward on the pass, but good job by that defensive line.
Yeah, the defensive line getting all the credit right there for that one. As you're going to see Mihata on motion, as they're going to go empty set once more. 2nd and 10, as Jackson looking and tries to find, looks like Mihata, and it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, and that time we saw a pass interference when you got there before the ball. That time, that was a great time to time it perfectly to be able to knock the ball loose. Made a good hit over the middle.
And 3rd and 10, and I like what they're trying to do here, spreading this defense out, Anthony. I like the play calling here so far by the head coach tonight. As Jackson drops back, the line's going to hold, and that is going to be a post, and that is going to be caught. Great throw, great catch there. That's Shane Kaufman.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of spreading it out right there. So you have to guard them. You have to guard everyone. This play right here, that's a very tough catch right there. That's in traffic. You know you're going to take a hit, and was just ready for it. Great job, good throw. But the fact is Jackson kept himself in that pocket long enough to make that throw.
Shane Kaufman just basically mossed over Peanut Say. I mean, that's just all there is to it, right? 1st and 10 As another man comes in motion here. As Jackson's got a little bit of time and almost intercepted. That was a great play. That was Josh Vasquez on the stop.
And Jackson is really getting really fortunate here because that could have been the second interception. And great job by Vasquez playing that center field and almost picked it off. I will just go to the running game after dodging what could have been an interception.
And they are going to go to the run game, and Dean holds on to the ball this time. I'm sure that he had two hands on that one.
I'm pretty sure they reiterated 2 hands on the ball on this one, but I love that they went back to him even though that cost him a fumble in the first half.
So 3rd and 7 here. A good test on this drive from about the 32-yard line. Want to get a little bit closer, maybe get more comfortable in field goal range for Richards. But let's see, 3rd and 7. They're hoping to get past the 25 for a first down. Jackson looking, and he's going to find, looking for Queen Jackson. It is incomplete, and that's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, and that was a good throw, but that was a great defensive play out there by that boundary cornerback there, where they would just put their hands up and knock it down just in time. But you know what? If this field goal goes through, I'm not mad about this. This is going to... looks like a punt. Oh.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. I think they were just outside of Richards' range. As that is going to be trying to be a coffin corner there, and almost becomes a coffin corner, but DC is going to get ball here back once again, starting inside probably their own 10.
I'm not mad at that. If people ask why you punt, because you're going to put them inside of the 12-yard line, a good defense, and then you can get the ball back with good field position.
I mean, hopefully that won't come back to him in the end. I mean, Richards has probably enough leg to do it, but let's see if that'll cost him. As Say is going to be able to get a few yards to the right side. It's going to be a gain of 6.
It's really crazy how we've seen the momentum shift back and forth. Right now, it's on DC's side right here. And the big thing for DC is they want to run the football. And now, Motor City, you have to stop Shea. You know that he's getting the ball. You know he's going to break tackles.
Yeah, he's been breaking tackles all night long. Harrison in the backfield now, as they are going to hand it off to Harrison. And Harrison's going to be stopped immediately. That was Mark Kaufman there with the hit.
Coming up from the safety spot right there, Kaufman, just nice big hit stick right there. Now, this is what we talk about why they punt the ball, because this is 3rd and 4. If they don't get this, DC, they're going to punt the ball and give it back to Motor City well inside of like the 40-yard line heading in towards the other side.
Split twin set here. They are going to send Kirby out in motion as Synergy able to drop back, looking, and they try to go for Da Vinci, but that's going to be picked off. Who it is? King Rashid making another play.
I know who my defensive player, probably player of the game, is going to be right now in the lead. Is this one right here. I absolutely love what King did right there. Just a nice little disguise, got back enough. We've seen those passes done a lot of times when you throw it into that tiny window. The fact is that window was closed because King was right there to get the second interception. A big play for Motor City right here. And you're in great field position.
Yep, and we have to mention King Rashid, his second interception of the night. He also made that big 4th down stop earlier in the ball game. There's going to be a handoff this time. It is to Christopher Dean as he gets up the middle for a gain of 6.
Coming off of just a big play right here. Now, I would just run the ball, make it easy right here. You saw the turnover earlier in the first half right here, but this is a chance for Motor City to either tie or what they want to do, take the lead.
Joker set here for the V8s. DC maybe trying to bring the pressure. They're going to hand it off to Rivera. There's a fumble, and DC recovers. Another running back fumbles the ball. Daryl Bullock this time with the recovery.
Okay, can we check the football? Can we just at least do that? Because that's the second time that the fumble was clean. But look, shout out to the tackle. When you're just going there just to knock the football away, you got to protect the football. We learned that at a young age, high and tight, and just make sure you are carrying the ball on the other side right here. That's just really unfortunate after a big play on defense. Now they got to go back on there and get another stop.
A pro set here for the Dragons as they're going to shift their fullback out as Synergy looking and able to incomplete intended for Lauren Percoco. And we're going to go to the SFL studios for the first time tonight for a game break. Cam, take it away.
Thanks, Chad. Minnesota had nothing going for them until they got a 4th and 1 stop. 3 plays later, Johnny Reno finds Jay Taylor in the end zone. We're in the early stages of the 4th quarter now. Baltimore has the lead, trying to snap Minnesota's 7-game win streak, 21-13. Back to you in DC.
Thank you, Cam. And I do want to point out, Anthony, that Declan O'Rourke was the one who recovered the fumble and got the touchdown. Declan O'Rourke was the one who caused a second fumble. As they look at this, and it's going to be an interception. Motor City gets it right back. Nicholas Warner with a pick.
I guess nobody wants to play offense. I don't think so, but shout out to the disguise. What's dangerous about that play, there's nobody past him. If you put more air on that ball and just throw it deep, that's a touchdown. But right there, that's an underthrow by Synergy and a great play to get the ball back from Motor City. This is crazy.
That is Synergy's 3rd pick of the night. As Jackson drops back, he's going to look for the screen. He's able to find Rivera, and that's going to be a gain of 3. And you're absolutely right, Anthony. I mean, these offenses are just making mistakes left and right.
Yeah, it's happening in bunches, like just turnover after turnover here. I need them to talk on the sideline, take a deep breath, let them know everything is fine. But this is crazy.
And that is going to be a handoff to Christopher Dean, and big hit there. Luckily, hangs on to the football, as that was Saeed Gore with the hit. And Christopher Dean is now down with an injury.
It looked like the ball fell out of his hand, but that was a big hit. He's been taking big hits all day. Hopefully he's okay. He can come back in the game. But this has just been a hard-nosed football game.
Yeah, it looks like he's able to walk off on his own power. That's good news for him. Let's hope it's nothing too serious, as the medical staffs here in the Simulation Football League are just bar none the best. 100%. 3rd and 5 here for the V8s. As they are going to send their man in motion. That is Julian Gusters. As Jackson drops back looking, and that is going to be caught. That is Mihata. That's a 1st down, and they are in the red zone.
Yeah, and I love it. Quick 3-step drop, get the ball out the hands. I love the route right here. Just nice little 5-yard stop and go inside and just catch it and secure the ball. Right now, we need to secure the football.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Grab it in the hands, secure it. You know, that's going to be, I think, the word down on both sidelines as Jackson empty set, drops back, pressure coming to him in his face. He throws. Oh, that was incomplete. That was in the hands of Julian Gusters, and he dropped it.
You got to catch that. You have to catch that right there, especially because your quarterback created that time for you to catch it right there. Good job by the offensive line picking up the blitz came off the end. Just have to catch it. That's so important.
And I'm sure that he took a shot on that too, because the pressure was right there in his face. As the pressure coming to him for the backside once again, and this time he gets taken down. That is Nick Fargo again with his 2nd sack of the night.
It's the same play they had the play before. They just didn't block it this time. Delay blitz coming from the outside right there. They sent more than what the offense can block, and it just confused them. The running back didn't get over to the left side in time to block it, and that could have been a fumble. Great job by DC's defense right here.
I know we had a great aerial shot earlier of DC provided by Dags Droneworks. Did I just see Mike Dags in the crowd? Like, that's interesting, wearing some DC gear. As drops back, looking, Jackson finds, and that's going to be incomplete, intended for Hernan Queen Jackson.
And DC, after the turnover, came out very aggressive and did a great job to contain them right there. Good job by number 24 just to put a little hands on him. Was able to distract him just enough to make sure he couldn't catch that ball. setting up for a field goal opportunity.
Yeah, very interesting indeed, as I think if Jackson would have been able to hit Queen Jackson in stride there, I think that would have been a catch. But you notice that Hernandez Queen Jackson had to kind of stop right before that ball got to her. So I think that could have been an interesting play if they were able to just hit in stride. But that is going to bring out Richards to tie the ball game, and it is good. So a 7-play drive ending in 3 points, but Motor City does tie the ball game.
Yeah, and this is going to go down to the end right here. It's been turnover after turnover here. It's a tie ball game, treated as a 0-0 ball game now. You want to make sure you control the tempo of the game and not turn the ball over. I know, easier said than done.
At least what we've seen tonight, that's easier said than done. As that is going to be, it looks like Mason Kirby's actually back in this ball game. Some good news for him as he takes it out through the 33-yard line. So Shabazz Synergy coming back out onto the field. Synergy tonight, 8 of 15 for 128 yards, 3 interceptions with a QBR, Anthony, of 42.5.
And the thing about that is none of that matters if you can complete these passes and these drives going forward in the game. You would not think about your 3 interceptions if you can get a win right here. So if that mindset for Synergy is going to be so important going forward for the rest of the game.
Let's see what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10 from the 33, 2 wide set as Motor City's going to try to bring the pressure. The offensive line picks it up well, and that's going to be to the tight end, the always dangerous Lauren Percoco past midfield.
Just reliable. Just when you have such a phenomenal tight end like her right there, it makes it easy. Was able to shield off the defender, was catching the ball, and that's what you want, and that's the comfort zone that you need to have a good drive.
Absolutely. It's always good to have the security blanket there in your tight end. And for DC, that is Lauren Percoco, as that is going to be a handoff to Kevin Say, and he's going to get to the outside and get a gain of 5.
Every time we see a good productive drive for DC, you're seeing these names right here. You're seeing Percoco, you're seeing Say, you're seeing Synergy with good throws over the middle. That's the formula, that's the recipe for a good drive.
2nd and 5. As Percoco is going to be in motion. As the defensive Motor City shifts over towards her. Toss to the outside to Harrison. He's able to get some good blocking, get the first down a little bit more, up to about the 33-yard line. 1st down, Dragons.
And we're seeing movement of football. I love the patience once again. Good job blocking just enough on that outside by number 87. So he'll be able to get the first down right here. Running the ball effectively is chewing the clock and is giving you good yardage.
Yep, tonight for DC, almost 100 yards rushing combined out of their 3 backs tonight. As you see this I-twin set, Synergy rolling out to his right. Pressure coming to him on the backside. Able to find Lauren Percoco. That is down to the 13-yard line. What a throw there by Synergy.
The chemistry between the two, you can tell this is not their first year. You can tell that this is something they practice on so much. I love the rollout. Give yourself time to find that backside receiver, which normally it can be dangerous, but when you have a tight end like Lauren Percoco, it's going to be his money in the bank.
Yep, and now she's starting to get them yards up. 6 catches for 94 yards tonight for Lauren Percoco. Offset eye here for the Dragons from the 12. As that's going to be a handoff to Say. Hurdles over one man, breaks another tackle, and was able to get 4 yards on that run.
And then don't let Shay start breaking tackles again. That's something that we saw earlier in the game that was helping them out here. 43 yards after the hit is just incredible.
Rodney Panani there with the stop, as you're going to see a gun formation here from the 8. Sam Harrison to his right, as he's going to hand that off to Sam Harrison. He's able to get through. He got held up there a little bit, but was able to maybe get a yard on that run.
3rd down here. I'm thinking, obviously I'm looking for Lauren Prococo here, but
Yep.
if it's not there, it's okay to don't force it because you don't want an interception. You want to just keep it confident, but I would not be surprised if they're looking for their tight end.
And they are indeed, and that is going to be what happens. Good call by Anthony Ellison. Touchdown, Lauren Prococo.
You feed the hot hand, and who's the hot hand this drive? It's Lauren Prococo. It's so hard to defend a tight end with the size and height that she has right there because you're expecting your linebacker to cover it, and it's just not going to work right there. Breaking the 100-yard marker for the game. Amazing drive and composure by DC.
I mean, should anybody watching this right now be surprised at how good Prococo is? I mean, last week against Seattle, and what a lot of people are dubbing as a really great game, 10 catches, 237 yards, setting a tight end record here in the new era of SFL. And I mean, you called it, Anthony. I mean, you said if you're going to look for somebody, look for Prococo, and you nailed it.
You looked for what you know, what you're comfortable with, and that got you to this record and where you are today. And it's so nice to watch. They did it so many different ways. That last play was a delay to Lauren. She was blocking, and then she went out right afterwards. And it's great to watch.
And so Motor City now going to have to respond here late in the third quarter, 1st and 10, as blindside coming out again. And Fargo, look at that! It was a lame duck getting thrown up there. Mahata with the catch, and man, Nick Fargo was right there, made the hit. But Azim Mahata, look at this play, Anthony.
That is incredible focus. Knowing the ball is not going to come out as a beautiful spiral. It's an end over end duck, but was still able to focus on it to catch it and get a first down. Sometimes you need luck like that on your side.
It looked like I was having flashbacks to 84 or 85 watching duck hunt as the duck was falling down after you shot it. And over the middle pass, and that is going to be Shane Kaufman. And that's going to be a first down for Motor City.
Back-to-back plays. Jackson is coming out firing. And I love that there. Good job by the line, giving them enough time. But the fact is he's standing in the pocket. He's standing in the barrel, taking a hit and throwing a strike down the field. What more can you ask for out of your quarterback right here? Just staying composed and just confident throwing the ball down the field.
Yeah, you got to be able to hope that they're able to contain Nick Fargo there because he has been just getting in that backfield all night long. 1st and 10. Looking for the screen. They're able to find it with Christopher Dean as it's going to be a 4-yard gain on the pass.
And what's been very impressive by Jackson is going through your progression. When your number one and your number two options right there, it's just taking what the defense gives you right there. Just a nice little swing pass, get 4 yards, and keep the ball going.
Joker said here, 2nd and 6. As they are going to hand this off, it is going to be the BB Blitz as he's able to get through the initial line and get a gain of about 3 or 4 as it's going to set up 3rd and 2.
Love it. Absolutely love the run right here. This is a very important 3rd down. I would probably go back to the air because Jackson's feeling really confident in his offensive line.
Let's see if they do. I can smell a run from here. 3rd and 2. As it is going to be a run. Let's see if DC's defense is able to stop Rivera. They are not. He's able to get the first down. Muscled his way through that because they had a man in the backfield, Anthony. Initial hit as soon as he got the ball. Riviera was able to get through.
What I said about Kevin Say, you guys say the same thing about Rivera. Tackle. Initial tackle in the backfield gets you that stop.
And that is going to do it here. Let's take a moment for station identification.
Station of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
And as we are going to take a look here, as no injuries to be told, so APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your story to life, inspiring every production with tomorrow's most robust and constantly refreshed music collections, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore the library and more, and to find a perfect track for your records, visit apmmusic.com as Christopher Dean up the middle for a gain of a couple.
So what we're seeing now is, because they've been running the ball all game, is confidence in the running game late in the fourth quarter right here. So that's just a good run, but you know what's going to happen here. This pass is going to come. Let's see what the offensive line can do.
And it looks like they're going to try to sweep to the outside. It does not work. DC sniffs it out, as it's going to be 3rd and 8. Kane Vasquez with the stop.
All right, this is going to be a big 3rd down here. Jackson is not afraid to throw the ball down the field. If I'm DC, I'm sending pressure.
Yeah, indeed, and I think you send pressure with Nick Fargo, as he's been getting back there all night. Quads look here for the V8s. 3rd and 8. Jackson dropping, looking, and incomplete. That was almost an interception there by DC.
Big stop right there by DC. Now it's forcing Motor City to punt the ball. And now, like I said, we were seeing the momentum shift back and forth. Now it's back on DC's side right here. So let's see how well they can cover this punt.
Yep, so Motor City's going to come out and give this ball back to the Dragons. Try to pin them back deep if they can. As you're going to see that probably at the 12-yard line. So DC will take over from there. The 2024 SFL Convention is headed to South Shore Harbor Resort in League City, Texas, just south of Houston, July 12th to the 14th, featuring live games, flag football, a golf tournament, tailgate, pool party, and more. For all the convention details, visit simulationfl.net/news/convention to reserve your room, see the event schedule, and more. As last time I was in League City, Houston, it was a good time. Or League City, Texas, as Say he's going to go up the middle for a gain of 3.
Yeah, so we're going to see the will of each team right here, because they're both tired because they've both been running the ball really well. And let's see who has enough energy, who has the will to complete this game.
2nd and 7 here. Heavy eye set. They are going to hand it off. It is Sam Harrison able to get through and going to get a couple of yards on that. It's going to set up 3rd and 3.
Motor City here is so key to stop every time they can. This is a big 3rd down for Motor City, because you're down right now. The clock is on their side, so you want to stop them.
Up in Motor City has made them create turnovers all night long, as it's going to be a handoff to Say, and he's able to get hit right there. That's going to be a good stop. Warner came up and making the initial contact, but it looks like McNeely was there to clean it up.
And that's what you need to do when you have a running back that's going to break every tackle in the world. You got to have multiple people come up there to stop them, and that's a big stop for Motor City right here, knowing that you need the ball back so you can score. Great job causing that 3 and out.
And DC is going to punt that away, as Motor City is going to be able to have some pretty good field position here from the 42-yard line, as that was, you'd seen King Rashid making a bunch of plays on this defense tonight. King McNeely was there to make that stop. A lot of Kings on this team there, Anthony.
So many Kings, and I love it. Shout out to all the Kings.
I think you're only supposed to have one king, right? Like the one true king. Like there can't be. This isn't like Game of Thrones where you got like kings all over the place.
They're definitely sharing that crown. They're just handing it off each one.
Bunch set here is it's going to be handoff to Rivera, as that's going to be up the middle for a gain of 5.
And it's not a lot. It's been 3.9 yards per carry, but it's been really good runs by Rivera. Just good power runs, getting skinny at the point of contact and getting those yardage.
2nd and 5, bunch set here for the V8s. As that's going to be another handoff. This time it is to BB Blitz, and is able to roll over on Declan Rourke and get the 1st down.
You ask how he got the 1st down? He landed on the defender. So he's not technically down until his knee hits the ground right there. And good job rolling over to get that 1st down.
And that's going to bring out the doubles here for Motor City. 1st and 10. On the other side of the field, Christopher Dean gets the handoff. It's going to go up the middle for a gain of 6 on the run.
And I love that they're giving Dean the ball back after the fumble. Good job running. Clock is moving.
Up 2nd and 4 here. We're just Getting almost to the 6.5-minute mark here in the ball game. I formation set, receiver at the top of the screen. There's going to be a handoff. It is going to be to Rivera as he's going to get maybe a couple of yards, and he does get a couple. They're going to give him 2, and that's going to set up 3rd and 3.
As I said before, this is really key. You know, you want to get this 3rd down right here. It's a manageable 3rd down. You can pass or run the ball right here. If I'm DC, I'm sending pressure.
3rd and 3. Hands it off to Dean, and it's going to be stopped just short. What a play there by the defense, as that was Jason Strongbow, the outside linebacker, making a stop.
We're seeing both sides making big stops right here. But here we go.
Like
They're going for it. I like it.
I like it. I like it indeed as well. Offset eye here, 4th and inch. It's the crowd at DC getting wild. Hands it off to the fullback. It's going to be a 1st down. The backup fullback makes a play. That's Pritchett.
You know how confident you got to be to run the ball on 4th and 1 after you just got that stop on 3rd down right here. I love the play calling here. Going for it on 4th down, running the ball. Love it.
Look at that, 1st and 10, especially doing it with your backup, and a little confusion there as Dean was able to be the one that gets the ball, as that is going to be a gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
A little delay handoff. I love it because it caught the defense off guard. They're running the ball really well. Back-to-back, 6+ yards running.
High Joker set here for the V8, 2nd and 4. 5 minutes to go in this ball game. DC's going to bring the pressure, and that's going to be Rivera, and he's going to be stopped at the line to set up 3rd and 5. And getting word here from SFL Studios, Minnesota comeback falls short. Baltimore takes the victory at home, 21-13. It's the first loss for Minnesota since their season opener. So they had, I believe, a 7-game winning streak snapped tonight, Anthony.
Any given Sunday, this can happen.
Yep, indeed, but it is Saturday, so we're going to, Chad's going to drop back, looking, caught! That is going to be caught! And that is Mahada, who's been making play after play tonight, 1st down V8s.
Not flashy, but just getting 1st down after 1st down. Nothing, just a beautiful, nice little inside post route, and I love the throw right on target.
Yep, on target. Was exactly what I was thinking as well. Interesting enough that we have not seen Guy Clausen get a single target tonight. I wonder if they're going to maybe try to go to him. As Jackson looking, they are going to throw it to Christopher Dean on the swing pass, and there's going to be a broken tackle right there. But nice tackle there by Peanut Say, because he had an opportunity to be able to get around that corner, maybe get close to the 1st down. Say was able to deny it.
Yeah, and I was going to say it's still a good pass right there, but could have been more yards, but what a tackle.
Like we've been talking about tackles all night, these corners from both sides have been just doing a tremendous job with that. 2nd and 5, as they are going to hand it off. It is to Pritchett, who got that big 4th down conversion, able to get nothing on there. And interesting enough, Anthony, they're going no huddle in this formation as Jackson looking over the middle, caught. That's Phil Call, dropped, incomplete, in the hands of the always reliable Phil Cawson. He drops it.
We are seeing like the hits that come out today. I love it. Perfect timing. We thought that was a touchdown. That safety said no.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Motor City going for it here. 5 wide set, 4th and 5. Crowd. This place is vibrating and rocking. Jackson drops back, plenty of time, and that is going to be intercepted. That is intercepted. Jadooby-doo going down the sideline with a little spin move past the 30, down to the 33-yard line, and wow, unfortunate break there for Motor City as they were driving, but DC making a big play when it counts.
I'm a big fan of the bend, don't break defense right there. Just Jackson did not see that corner in coverage. Looks like just a simple man coverage they crossed up. Just didn't throw it over. And what a play by DC to stop that momentum. They went for it twice on 4th down on that drive alone.
The doobie-doo right there with the play. As I believe there's a promotion going, the crowd would get free Jadooby-doo snacks when he makes an interception. Can't confirm or deny that's true. So BC with the ball. I thought that joke would go a little better. That's going to be a handoff to Kevin Say, and it's going to be up the middle for a gain of 6 on the run.
This has been a great back and forth game to watch. Now we're going to see if Motor City can stop Say. You know he's going to break every tackle in the world. Let's see if you can contain him and get the ball back. You have timeouts. You got to start thinking about using them.
Yeah, I mean, this defense has made plays all night long. King Rashid, obviously 2 interceptions. You know, we talk about fumbles forced and everything else tonight. So let's see if Motor City can make the play to get the ball back. They have plenty of time. Da Vinci, man in motion. They got to make a stop here on the run, though. As that's going to be a handoff to Kevin Say, and they're able to make the stop right there. That's Rodney Panani. I believe, actually, no, that's not Rodney Panani. That is Doug Howard there on the stop. So 3rd and short here, Anthony. You know it's going to Kevin Say or Sam Harrison.
Yeah, I got to think about timeouts here. They're going to hold it until the 2-minute warning. Maybe you should take a timeout. You know it's going to go to Say or probably going to go to a fullback dive, so you got to be mindful.
So 3rd and 3. This is a big play here for Motor City's defense. Trying to let that clock drag, and they're going to snap it right before the 2-minute warning. And look at this ball! Motor City able to get a hit right there in the backfield, but rolling him over and getting the first down is Kevin Say. And we have hit the 2-minute mark here as DC just got a first down, trying to close this game out 20-13. We'll be back here on SFL on YouTube. And we are back here in DC. Chad Rowland, Anthony Ellison calling a great game so far as Dwayne Schindler, Rochelle Colson in the stats truck. Thank you guys for all your hard work. Cameron Irvine hitting all the buttons in the back end as what a big hit there by the defense. That was big number 95, King McNeely.
Protect the football. You got to be careful. They're going to come with those big hits. You want to wrap up, keep the ball high and tight.
So they're coming out here in the heavy offset eye. As that is going to be a toss to the fullback, and it works this time as Stellar able to break a tackle with the stiff arm, gets a first down, and a little bit more as Chuck Stellar getting out of bounds and stopping the clock.
We've been seeing phenomenal play calling all day long by both teams. This is just great. When you're thinking you're running the ball on the inside and you call a toss to the outside, the defense wasn't ready for it. A first down. Now, even if you can stop them, you only got 2 timeouts left. You might get the ball back with, if you stop them, 40 seconds left.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, and the thing about that, too, is that was the play that King Rashid stopped on 4th down, and that's the only other time they've called it, and was able to be successful there. Heavy eye set. They are going to hand this off. It is Sam Harrison, and then there's a flag on the play. McNeely with the stop. Let's see what the call is.
Oh.
Interesting call there. It looked like McNeely. They are going to call that on McNeely. I thought McNeely got it from the backside, unless he just reached up there and grabbed that face mask. I didn't really see it. Did you, Anthony?
No, I didn't see it at all. It might have been one of those incidental ones, but I didn't see it at all. But that's tough because it pushes the ball forward.
Still plenty of time. Motor City can make a stop and try to have an opportunity to tie this ball game up, but they have to make a stop here. There's the handoff. It is a Chuck Stellar, as Stellar's going to get a gain of 5, and that's going to be 2nd down, and Motor City burning another timeout.
Look, we've seen it. We saw it in the beginning of the end of the first half. A fumble. Anything can happen here. Be careful. You only got 1 more timeout left. But DC, I might just take a knee if I need to. But if I'm handing it off, make sure you just hold on tight.
Offset eye here. They've been running the ball this whole drive. They're probably going to do it again. There's the handoff to Say, and the defense making a big stop there. A gain of 2 for Say, and that's the final timeout. And that's going to set up a very, very big 3rd down here for Motor City. If they make the stop, they got an opportunity.
Yep, but if this is a first down, it is ball game. So this is going to be, are we going to see Rashid make a big play? Who's going to come up? Who's going to step up?
3rd and 2. They are inside field goal range, so that could be something we look at as well, as that's going to be a handoff to Kevin Say, and he's to make the stop. And that's going to be 4th down. Keen McNeely with the stop there, so it's going to force DC to kick the field goal.
Yeah, it's a good stop here. Now it's about scoring quickly. You're going to be down by 2 possessions. So you want to get the ball, you want to score. There's still hope.
Yeah, there's still hope indeed here for Motor City. As a 37-yard attempt here for Pati. As good snap, good hold. The kick is up and right down the middle. As this is now a 10-point game. As we have tomorrow kicking off the night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Charleston puts their 4-game win streak on the line against Marcus Dunhill and the 5-3 Fort Worth Toros. Other action includes Florida and Atlanta, Vancouver and Indianapolis, and Jacksonville at Carolina. For a full weekend schedule, visit the website simulationfl.net. As, I mean, you got 58 seconds left. I mean, you could see something happen here, Anthony. You never know.
Anything is possible, but it all starts by this next play right here. This positive yardage. You know, you got to throw the ball here. If I'm DC, I'm giving them anything in front of me, knocking things down. Don't let anything get past you.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to let the receiver get behind you. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 20. Jackson drops back, good protection, looking and tipped away, incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down, intended for the tight end.
Yeah, it's not looking good, but once again, this has been a phenomenal game to call right here. We still got time left. Anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely anything can happen indeed, as you're going to see the double set here for the V8s. Looking to maybe try to get somebody past the back side of that defense. Looking over. That's going to be caught. That's Julian Gusters, the tight end, with a 1st down to the 40, and Motor City's got to hurry up. 3 wide set here, and they're going to spike it. 40 seconds left. I think Anthony, maybe you want to try to see them just keep going with that, right? I mean, you caught a big pass, you had a little bit of momentum going. You almost don't want to slow it down.
You need all the momentum because your opponent next week is Canton, your division leader, so you need all the momentum possible.
2nd and 10. 3 wide set here. As Jackson looking, there's going to be a screen pass, and Dean's going to be able to get outside to stop the clock. 4 seconds off of it, 36 to go.
And these are great passes for earlier in the game. Right now, we need to be looking down the field. Dinking and dunking is not going to work right now. You need to get points up quickly.
Yeah, definitely you want to try to see if maybe there's a shot in the end zone, but, you know, I don't know if they just got enough to do it here. 3rd and 6. As Jackson drops back, looking, and that is going to be caught, and that was Hernandez. I believe that's Hernandez Queen Jackson with her 1st catch of the night. 1st and 10, just past midfield, and they're going to spike the ball. 24 seconds left.
Well, yeah, this played exactly what I thought as a division rival game. They're both fighting in the North Division behind Cannon, which Motor City, that's what they play next week. You know, DC's going against Vancouver to try to keep this win streak going.
Now 2nd and 10. Now you go 4 wide set. You're going to send Jackson in motion. As Jackson looking, and that is going to be tipped away. That was actually intended for Guy Clausen, his 1st target of the night.
And DC came out in the second half and just played phenomenal defense right here. Just getting 4 pass deflections and, You got a couple sacks. They just caused a lot of pressure for Jackson throughout the second half.
55 wide set here. Jackson's going to change the play at the line. 3rd and 10. As Jackson drops back, pressure getting over the middle. That was in the hands of Sutherland and incomplete. He just simply dropped it.
And it's that tight coverage. They have been called for pass interference, but after that, they're waiting just a millisecond longer before they can break it up. But they're delivering great pass deflections and pass defense all night.
All right, the crowd trying to get DC to stop this right here. 4th and 10, last chance for the V8s. 17 seconds to go. Guy Clausen in motion. As Jackson, short drop, looking, and that's going to be caught. That is Shane Kaufman on the catch, and going to be dragged down, and clock is going to continue to run. 7 seconds left to go. See if they just spike it and try to do something here. They are going to spike it. So, I mean, maybe you do this for pride here. One more shot to the end zone, Anthony.
Oh, it's definitely pride. You do it here. You know that the game is out of hand, but any momentum towards the next game is invited. So right here, I love it right here. Just take a shot down the end zone, see what can happen, help out the stats, help out the team.
Gun formation here. Dean to his left. Jackson looking. They're going to look towards the end zone, and that's going to be that was in the hands, but the defense was right there to make the play. And for Motor City, that will do it. As I mean, DC, both these teams, Anthony, played really well tonight. What's your takeaway from this game tonight?
Hard-fought division rival fight right here. You saw the game plan was phenomenal for Motor City in the first half. It kind of got away from them in the second half. I think after that turnover, but both defense did a fantastic job. When we saw Lauren Pococo get targeted as much as she did in the second half, that was a big difference. Motor City didn't have any defense for her right there, and that changed the game. And I love the resilience of DC. They went down early in the beginning, and they bounced back, and they fought back for a big, important win.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the stats, I mean, Motor City with a 22-minute time of possession, winning that over DC, and they caused 3 turnovers from Sebas Synergy, but it was just a resiliency, right? The mistakes that were made, the fumble that caused the touchdown there to take the lead right at the end of the first half, that really just sucked all the momentum out from Motor City.
Yeah, and being resilient was so important for DC throughout the game right here. Motor City, I tip my cap off to you. That was a great job. You kept fighting. You didn't stop. But just the better team. They did win today, and looking forward to next week.
All right, so for Dwayne Schindler, Rochelle Colson, and Anthony Ellison, this is Chad Roll signing off here in DC. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next time on SFL on YouTube.